Hey and welcome to my Larapinta 2026 video journal. It was an off-grid, self-guided wellness trip, upsized. I went solo, east to west, and here's part one. That's the trailhead right there. That's where it all starts. Holy crap. I've signed the logbook. Tapped on. Not going to Simpsons Gap today, I'm only going to Wallaby Gap. Today's going to be the hottest day of the first part of my trip. So I'm going to take it easy, and I'm leaving beautiful and early. Look at that. Sun is just peeking up over that rock. And I've already seen some really cool bright green little birds. They're not the budgies, they're something else, but I'm so excited. Well, day one on trail. In the logbook, I'm first on trail from east to west and first day of winter. Ironically, today is forecast to be the hottest day of my first week. Ha ha ha. But no, feeling nervous. The tummy flutters have gone. Kind of overwhelmed with a bit of gratefulness at the moment that my super other half is at home running solo while the other half of the team is really fortunate to be out here. So he's got a hard job too, but loving it so much, and it's going to take me the rest of the year if I keep stopping and taking so many photos. Everything I look at is just cool. It's red, it's rocky, it's grassy, it's thorny. I've seen a couple of cool birds so far. Heaps of wallabies, little tiny rock wallabies. This is the easy part of the trail too. So yeah, hooray. The wind is beautiful for the temperature, but I keep getting like blown zigzag. It's hilarious. Windy! Come on, Huey, this isn't fair. It's like 35 knot winds up here. Oh my goodness. Would you have a look at that? If you can hear me over the wind, I'm on top of Euro Ridge. There it is. Camp is, that's the shelter roof. Down there. We're going to go along there and down. Wow. The wind's been hard. It's been windy all morning, but it's progressively gotten stronger. And as I change direction, I've been walking into it a lot. Holy shitballs, this is awesome. There's Alice over there, where I left, somewhere out that way. It's so bloody green. The contrast of the dark green trees and the light green shrubbery grass. It's really cool. Yeah, baby, downhill now. Dropping down from Euro Ridge towards Wallaby Gap Shelter. I may camp here tonight, or I might cook myself some dinner for lunch and push on a little bit. I think it'll depend how windy it is down here. I might need to try and find somewhere a little more protected. See how we go. Alright, so I filtered some water at Wallaby Gap and had some food and talked to a couple of ladies who are much more experienced, and they're already probably at Simpsons Gap already. I'm just going to keep walking until I've had enough and find somewhere to put the tent basically. There's two massive tour groups that turned up at Wallaby Gap and are friendly but really overwhelming. So yeah, I'm on the road again. Day one of my Larapinta trek. Operation walk as far as I can in the time that I've got. Do I think I'm going to make it to the end? At the moment, I'm not too sure. But the goal's still there. Today I left Telegraph Station at about 7:15, and I was at Wallaby Gap around 1 p.m. Give or take the time difference that I'm running on my watch. The wind today was gnarly. I'll have to look up at a later date exactly how windy it was, but the gusts were, they had to have been like 35 knots. It was a bit crazy up on Euro Ridge. Was able to get a phone call out to hubby and just touch base before I disappear into the red yonder. Wallaby Gap was nice, had facilities, filtered water, and then I had a really good chat with a couple of ladies, Mel from Sydney and Karina from Melbourne. They kept going on to Simpsons Gap. I was unsure whether I was going to camp at Wallaby Gap or not. It was really hot today, it was 29 degrees. So, yeah, did my water, and then 2 of these tour groups turned up where people just day walk and then they get ferried off to their fancy camps. 2 of them turned up and just took over everywhere, and the wind was blowing and there was just dust everywhere, and I sort of had nowhere left to sit shade wise, and so I was like, oh, I may as well just put the big hat on and keep walking. I'd seen in some other videos that there was some flat spots near the turn off to Ferry Springs and Bloodwood Flats. Got to Bloodwood Flats, no worries, but it was still like really, really hot in the day. And with the recent rain they've had, I was fairly certain I could pick up some extra water at Ferry Springs as well. So already had enough for the overnight dry camp, but it's nice to just have extra. Being a really hot day, I wanted to make sure I could rehydrate. So didn't end up setting camp until about 4 o'clock, which for my first one was a bit late. Felt a bit exhausted. I hadn't really eaten much today. I really need to get on top of stopping and eating rather than trying to eat on the go. But yeah, camp was good. Had some dinner in the tent now because it's dark and the mozzies have come out. But yeah, day 1 a success.